people are having to pay much higher airfares on average now than they were in the past. Airfares are up like 20%, like period to like period. And the airlines are just smiling because you've got the Boeing problem, where Boeing had the scandal with the MAX aircraft. So deliveries are way behind on that. And then they've had the problems at Boeing with design or manufacture of the 787. And that has led to extremely delayed deliveries on the 787. And Airbus has had problems delivering the 320s and the 321s because of a problem with the plane, not them, but the engine manufacturer delayed on delivering the engines, and on and on and on. And then the extreme pilot shortage right now that the airlines are facing. So airlines that normally, as demand has been rising, would have normally increased the number of flights. They're lacking the planes, they're lacking the pilots. And so what happens with supply and demand? The demand is so strong, the supply of seats not growing to accommodate that like it normally would, and something's got to give, and it's pricing signals. The software the airlines use so sophisticated, and so it just runs the fares up. And it's been shocking lately for last-minute flights how unbelievably expensive they are. And the airlines generally are using a 21-day rule. And you'll see this over and over again, that somebody who buys less than 21 days before departure gets their wallet just eaten up, destroyed, blown apart, any term like that you can think of. And so you don't want to wait less than, you may not think last minute is less than 3 weeks out, but you watch the fares. You look at different cities and you see the fare 21 days out, then look at the same market, backing it forward, moving it forward, and look at that same day, same route, 14 days out versus 21. And almost always you'll see that the price is much higher. And then you move within 7 days. Oh my goodness, it's unreal how much it is. So there may be an occasional exception, but almost always that's true. Now, Google, with the research they have available to them, says that 60 days is a real sweet spot. Scott Kai's of what used to be called Scott's Cheap Flights, now called Going, I think is the new name. That one, Scott says 63 days is the absolute right moment based on his research. So you got Google saying 60 days is a really great time. Scott saying 63 days, and that's based on historical averages. Won't always be true, but it generally is true. And the day of the week, not that you buy a ticket, but the day of the week you fly, I covered this last month, but I want to mention this briefly again. Early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, particularly Tuesday, Wednesday, extremely favorable for the days to travel. And let's say you're doing a weekend getaway. Friday, Sunday is much more expensive than Saturday afternoon to Monday. So Friday, Sunday, just turn your card over or your cash over to the airline. Just open it up and let them grab whatever they want. Remember the Jetsons thing where Jane would reach in the wallet and take all the money? That's what the airlines do for Friday, Sunday travel. Just grab that money. So the day you go, ultra important. But you never know, the 63 days from Scott, 60 days from Google, no less than 21 days. But how do you know it's really right? Well, Hopper and Google both do predictive things, telling you fares are lower than normal, higher than normal, about normal. And Google now is putting its money where its mouth is. So far with just 3 airlines, Bloomberg reports that if you go to google.com/flights, that they have a new price guarantee feature. I didn't see it. I was just on Google Flights. But supposedly if you're booking a ticket on Alaska or Hawaiian or on Spirit, any of those three leaves out a big chunk of the airline industry. American, United, and Delta, don't hold your breath that they're going to allow Google to do this. But at Google's expense, you buy a ticket on one of these three airlines, Alaska, Spirit, or Hawaiian, and they've told you, green light, you should buy it now. If Google's predictive analysis is wrong, and they get no commission from the airlines for you booking through their portal that takes you right to the airline, they will eat the fare difference and give you the money back. So I don't know what's in it for Google, except if they're just trying to get more traffic to come to google.com/flights. But what a amazing thing. If you see a deal on Alaska, Hawaiian, or Spirit, at this point, just those three, and they tell you buy it, and then later that fare goes down, Google automatically is going to say, here's the difference. We messed up. Our predictive analysis was wrong. So they must be really confident, Krista, about their predictive analysis.
I know.
That they would be willing to do that and at no cost to you, pay you that money. I guess if they turn out to be wrong a lot, like with Google, where they'll launch a product with much fanfare, and then when it goes away, it's like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. We never did anything like that, did we? It'll just vanish into the night.